Violence is loud, intelligence is silent. While most people react in rage, Machiavelli watched, calculated, and dismantled his enemies without ever raising his voice. He knew the truth no one wants to admit. Brute strength is a trap for fools. The real masters of conflict never shout. They manipulate, they mislead, they disappear. These are not lessons in kindness. These are weapons for the mind. Welcome to Machiavelli's 5 rules for confrontation, where survival isn't about fists, it's about foresight. Rule number 1, control the optics, control the conflict. In any confrontation, the first battlefield is perception, and Machiavelli knew that whoever controls the narrative controls the outcome. It doesn't matter who is right, it matters who looks right. It doesn't matter who is powerful, it matters who appears powerful. Men judge generally more by the eye than by the hand, Machiavelli wrote in The Prince. For everyone can see you, few can touch you. Machiavelli understood human nature was shallow. People form opinions not on facts, but on appearances. In a confrontation, you don't just fight, you perform. Look stronger than you are. Be calm when they panic. Smile when they threaten. Stay still when they scream. Control the setting. Never confront on their turf. Drag them into yours. Spread the narrative subtly. Don't react. Make them look unstable, emotional, or weak. In negotiations, boardrooms, or personal rivalries, Machiavellians win by shaping perception. They don't speak first. They let the other speak and then twist their words. They know silence often screams louder than sound. Rule number 2, never meet force with force unless you want war. Only fools rush into direct battle. The wise take the side doors. Machiavelli believed violence was the last resort of the unstrategic. Bloodshed leaves scars, and scars become stories, and stories create martyrs. A clean kill is rarely clean. Machiavelli didn't preach pacifism, he preached timing. Most confrontations are not won by overpowering, but by outmaneuvering. There is no avoiding war, it can only be postponed to the advantage of others. But until war is absolutely necessary, delay it. Distract, divide, disarm. Let your enemy become his own worst enemy. Never attack while they're prepared. Wait for exhaustion, confusion, or distraction. Plant doubts in their inner circle. Suggest betrayal. Watch paranoia do your work. Never respond to insults with emotion. Respond with silence or a trap. When Machiavelli served the Florentine Republic, he advised manipulating rival cities by cutting off their allies and resources, not by fighting directly. Starve the beast, then tame it. Rule number 3, manipulate the environment, not the person. People resist control. They rebel when you push them. But Machiavelli taught something deeper. Don't fight the person. Fight the space around them. You can't always change the person in front of you, but you can change their conditions. And when you do that, their decisions change naturally, without force. Isolate their support. Confront them after they've lost their shield. Change the rules of engagement. Make them play by your tempo, your tone. Manipulate time. Delay meetings. Reschedule deadlines. Exhaust their rhythm. It is better to act slowly than to regret acting fast. In business, shift deadlines, change budgets, drain resources silently. In personal battles, don't confront the person. Pull strings behind the scenes. Alter relationships, settings, incentives. In politics, rewrite the game. Change laws. Block alliances. You don't need to destroy your enemy. You just need to move the walls until they're trapped. Rule number 4, feign weakness, then strike precisely. The greatest predator isn't always the loudest. Sometimes it's the one pretending to limp. Machiavelli saw deception as the ultimate weapon. Power doesn't need to announce itself. In fact, Power that hides becomes deadly. A wise prince must learn how to imitate the fox and the lion. The lion cannot defend himself from traps, and the fox cannot defend himself from wolves. You must become both deceptive and deadly. Pretend to back down. Let them drop their guard. Let them grow overconfident. Apologize, but do not forget. Nod, but do not obey. Wait for the right moment and then strike where it hurts most. Precision beats force. You don't need a sword, just a scalpel. Machiavelli admired Cesare Borgia, who once invited a rival to dinner, smiled with him all evening, and then had him strangled the next morning. No emotion, just calculation. Rule number 5, destroy completely. Leave no path to revenge. Half confrontations are future wars. If you must fight, end it completely. Machiavelli warned, a wounded enemy is more dangerous than a dead one. If your confrontation ends with them walking away with pride or power intact, they will come back, stronger, smarter, angrier. If you harm someone, do it in such a way that you do not have to fear their vengeance. Fire them. Don't demote them. Exile them. Don't shame them. Cut them off. Don't argue with them. End the fight so decisively. No retaliation is possible. In personal conflicts, ghost, block, and burn the bridge. In political battles, remove their supporters, their influence, their resources. In war, if you invade, destroy not just the army but the culture that supported them. A confrontation resolved halfway is a seed. A confrontation finished mercilessly is closure. Fear is not meant to be inflicted. It's meant to be reflected. Machiavelli never told you to terrify your enemy with violence. He taught you to make them terrify themselves. It is much safer to be feared than loved, if one must choose, he said. But here's the deeper truth. You don't need to be feared. You only need them to believe you're capable of things they'd never risk testing. Fear is a psychological mirror. You don't plant it, you hold it up, and the clever opponent will see his own darkness staring back at him. Let rumors spread. Don't deny them. Don't confirm them. Silence is the most menacing answer. Let them imagine what you might do, not what you will do. Possibility is always scarier than certainty. Make one strategic example, one ruthless move, one brutal silence. Then retreat back into the shadows and let paranoia do your work. Never tell them you're watching. Let them wonder if you are. Uncertainty is the oxygen of fear. People fear what they don't understand. If you become unpredictable, if you detach from emotion, they'll hesitate before they even speak your name. And hesitation is your leash. Machiavelli's genius wasn't in domination, it was in invisibility. He didn't roar, he didn't strike, he haunted. Time is the blade that doesn't need to be swung. Machiavelli didn't wait because he was weak. He waited because he was building the perfect moment to end you without resistance. Wars begin when you will, but they do not end when you please. This was Machiavelli's warning. If you rush confrontation, if you strike before the time is right, you don't end your enemy. You multiply them. Instead of fighting a rival directly, let them win something meaningless. Inflate their ego. Feed their confidence. Then, take what actually matters when they least expect it. When your enemy realizes they can't provoke you, can't rush you, can't predict you, they start to panic. And a panicked enemy is half defeated already. He advised rulers to stretch out conflicts until enemies were divided, allies became fatigued, and resources bled dry. Then, like a noose tightening slowly, snap. You don't need more power. You just need more patience. Let them throw fire. You throw silence. Then, when the smoke clears, you'll still be standing. You never strike a man in a crowd. You isolate him first, then you make him disappear. Machiavelli's genius wasn't just in deception or fear. it was in surgical isolation. A wise prince should never allow any force to grow strong enough to challenge him. Divide them, separate them, make them distrust each other's. Don't attack the whole, attack the thread that holds it together. If your enemy has support, strip it away quietly. Sow doubt in their alliances. Question their loyalty. Whisper, plant, vanish. People stand tall when surrounded. But when isolated, the strongest man begins to question himself. Why is no one helping me? What if they've turned on me? That's when the unraveling begins. Divide and dominate. Machiavelli advised rulers to play factions against each other, never allow unity among the people, because a united front is dangerous. But fractured loyalty, that's yours to command. Your target should look around and see no one. You didn't defeat them. You made them stand alone long enough for their own fear to consume them. Don't attack head-on. Erase the support beams. Let the structure fall under its own weight while your hands stay clean. Machiavelli didn't win by being stronger. He won by letting you think you were. He fed your pride like poison, and when you were bloated with arrogance, he cut you open. The first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men he has around him. But here's the hidden message. You're not supposed to challenge a powerful man. You're supposed to let him surround himself with fools and believe he's untouchable.